Oh my God. All right. So, okay. I'm Miss Uncut. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel. I'm on Buzzcast at Miss Uncut MMCC. Most definitely, and I'm on Bigo. So I'm definitely trying to. I'm definitely trying to grow my channel. Most people know exactly what the hell is going on. They know exactly what's going on in my life. And I hate doing this too at the same time because it's like, damn, it don't really have anything to do with me. And I like to interject, right, too at the same time, right? So I need to, like, I gotta let you guys know exactly what the fuck is going on, especially in my life. And I'm just let you guys know, I've never been an impersonator at any sort of any sort. I've never been an impersonator for anybody because if I did, then I would get paid. I don't want to be like anyone that's in the rap game. I never had. I admire people, Little Kim, Remy Ma, of course, Remy Ma. I love Remy Ma and Little Kim. Now I would say Doja Cat and Glorilla, right? Anything that was in between that, there were other rappers. What's up? What's up, Mac One? What's good with you? What the fuck going on? Yeah. So I gotta definitely say that I am one of those. I'm a family member of someone in a rap game right now. What's up, Mac One? How you feeling? What's up, Carolyn? Yeah, so I'm a family member of a rap artist. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is not really proud of who you good. That's what's up. I'm a family member of like a rap artist, famous one. Unfortunately, I never asked for that life. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, damn. You know, like when you find out certain things. So, it go a little something like, hey, yeah, when you find out that you're actually on a like a death clause, right? A death insurance contract, as to say, you know, like remember what happened to Jennifer Hudson when somebody has to sign a contract within the industry and they have to give up one of their family members. I'm one of their still survivors, right? But not with Jennifer Hudson, obviously. It's with Nicki Minaj. So it's that part. Unfortunately, I gotta tell the fucking story. This gotta be there's not a fucking storyline or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, how unfortunate for me, I was just on my live and shit like that, maybe like 2 or 3 hours ago. I was just on this shit like 2 or 3 hours ago. Most people know my story and they seen the TikToks. Like, I guess I went viral on TikTok. You know, I went viral on TikTok. People actually seen it. I'm supposed to be doing a karaoke thing. I stay on Buzzcast because you know like more people get to see you got said so you got on live to talk about what something about my life. Like, do you go live, Rahman? Do you need Jesus? You obviously that's your God. Don't tell me about your God. That's you. What you telling me about Jesus for? I ain't gotta believe in him because you said so. You God now or something. And I could see the hurt in the words that I'm saying to you right now. You mad because I'm telling the truth. What else you got for me? You know what I'm saying? When somebody try to steal your identity and it's a fucking hip hop artist, you'd be mad too. The fuck is you talking about? If somebody killed your kid for fucking music, for some fucking industry shit that's not even worth it in the first place, and all they do is treat people like shit, and they ain't never sit up there and fucking In the industry, in the music industry, they don't accept you for who you are and shit like that. And I never sat up there and wanted to be like anybody in the industry. So what are you telling me now? Now you're gonna go off. Let me read the comment. You sound really poorly spoken and uneducated. I love you, sister. And I hate you and you need to get off my live. And you sound really dumb without even hearing my motherfucking story. Anything else? Ramon? No, really? I didn't know that. That's exactly what I'm talking about right now. Are you a barb or some shit? You gotta be a barb. You gotta be one of my cousin's fucking fans. What are you here? That shit is crazy as hell. Hell nah. Hey, no way. Anything more, you're very poorly spoken. Nobody give a fuck about what you talking about, man. I know I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. I know my gods love me. And I said gods. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what does your God have to do with me? That's one. Number two, your God don't even love you because the motherfucker don't even respect women. Your fucking God got fucking kicked out of heaven. That's three. I mean, shall I go on? But I'm going to keep going with what I was actually saying. So, being that said, since you didn't prove at no point at all whatsoever, I'm going to keep going. Right? So, like I said before, I was just on my fucking live. Maybe like, I think it was like maybe like 3-4 hours ago or some shit like that or whatever, right? And the shit is, you found it funny. I found it funny too. I found that shit wild as fuck. You just came in my live and was just like, hey, I know you. I really don't. I never met you in my life. And if you did, you probably walked up to me. I was probably fucking cool as fuck unless you was getting on my nerves or some shit. I don't know. It's that part. You don't like my personality. You surely don't have to stay because I'm never going to make you do anything that you don't want to do. So you gotta be a barb or something like that, right? Is that part. That shit is wild as fuck. Hell nah. That shit crazy as hell. So, like I was saying, my family heavily have like family heavily in the music industry from both sides of the fence, so my mother and my father, right? So then it trickles down to me. I was supposed to be a singer. I didn't want to be a singer, a ballerina, whatever the fuck they wanted me to be. I ain't want to do that. I never wanted to be a fucking ballerina. I never wanted to be a fucking singer. I never wanted to be any of those things. What's up, chat room goon? You said you're gorgeous. Hello. And Rip D'Angelo. Rip D'Angelo, man, I wasn't even expecting that shit. I was just actually looking at that too at the same time. Yeah, Rip D'Angelo, DMX. I don't know what happened with D'Angelo. You could give me an update because I have no idea. But I'm just putting this up here because I have to put an update up here what the fuck going on in my life, and then I'm gonna get on with my live and speak on everything. Like I said, I've never been an impersonator for any artist in the industry whatsoever. Period. Never in my whole entire life. Remember, I'm Miss Uncut. Like, remember to look at the name. I'm Miss Uncut. You said pancreatic cancer? Damn, that's fucked up. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Rip DMX, baby. Pancreatic cancer. That's crazy. I would have never thought that. I would have never got that one. Pancreatic cancer? That's wild as fuck. But like I was saying, like I said before, I never been in the industry. People thought I was some type of lookalike. People were actually thinking I was some type of impersonator. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, nah, I'm not. Never been an impersonator a day in my life. I never got paid. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see if I get paid, but in the industry, like I admired people in the industry. I never envied them. I was just like, damn, that's what's up. Like I like the way they model their clothes and all of that. You know what I mean? And I like their style. I love the fact that, when it came down to Kim and Remy, you know what I'm saying, Glorilla, Doja Cat, they had their own personified style. It was, for me, it was solidified, even though, although it took a lot for people to actually say, hey, you know, like this solidifies a person through their music. I get that part. And for me, that's what solidified them for me. You said, so who were your mom and dad, and did they drop famous? Hell no. Hell no. They knew people in the industry, have family that's in the industry. It was like I think it was like a director, some shit like that in my family on my father's side. And there's a couple of cousins that's rap. Like there's certain people that we all look alike. It's like it's, you know what I'm saying? Like we resemble, like, you know, the blood is strong, you know, the genes is strong, you know, the DNA is strong. You said, well, I subscribe because of how you look. I'm sold on a look now. Let's see what was to this book. I appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate that. So, I gotta tell my story about who I am and the things that I've been through too, all at the same time. He said you've been seeing these celebrity bodyguards who've been exposing artists for doing wild shit. Yeah, I could tell you right now, one of the wild things that they do, especially when it come down to impersonators, or they'll make you be an impersonator. Like for me, for instance, right? I was forced to be an impersonator. You know what I mean? Like I was forced to be a part of something I didn't want to be a part of. So if I didn't want to be a part of that, then it was like, oh well, you know, like they send somebody, like they'll send a what do they call that shit? Um oh my god, it's a name for it. It's on the tip of my tongue and I always get it. I don't know why I don't remember right now. But it'll come back to me. Raymond say you've been seeing these celebrity bodyguards who've been exposed to artists. Okay. All right. So, I forgot the name of that shit. Handler. The name is Handler, right? And they call him a handler, right? So this guy must have been following me he admit he was following me since 2018. You know what I'm saying? So what he did was, what people don't understand and what people don't know when it come down to it, was that what they do is with the artist, when you're doing something, if somebody pick you, right? I don't know if the artist pick you or not, or the people, I don't know how that shit go exactly, but I can tell you the part that I do get, right? So the part that I get is that if you do something that day, right? Like for example, something happened to my account and shit like that, but that was my motherfucking EBT, right? So the artist will go by behind you and be like, because they admire you so much, independent, but you know what I'm saying, like the way that they speak in a paddling way. So meaning that it's like it's kind of like a sorority type thing. It's kind of like a sorority type thing, right? And I forgot, it's like a Apollo. I forgot what sorority it is, and it's like the sorority where Beyonce came from, as the same, right? Two at the same time. So they don't say much in the industry because you're not allowed to. But I'm not in an industry. I've never been in the industry. I'm not contracted by anybody. So the thing about that shit is, it's like, oh, well, you know, like nobody's going to get to know her. So we could actually, you know what I'm saying? We could take any type of intellectual property off. We could say this happened to that artist, because remember, artists live secluded. You see what I'm saying? So they'll take anything given off of that shit. They be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, that artist is fucking secluded. They can't really go anywhere. They're famous. You know, they're going to get a lot of, and that's like, I feel like that's the best way, because Snoop does it all the time. You understand? Like, if you see anybody that's going outside and they handling their business, as Snoop said, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't like to use him as an example, but at the same time, it's like, he goes and handle his, certain people, they pop up in certain places, and they not, I don't want to say they could get away with it, but because they fit in so much into the atmosphere, as they say, or the environment, people don't even mind when they show or pop up. So is that part for me. So for me, it's like the experience that I had for like the last 2 or 3 years, you know, like for the experience that I had for like the last 2 or 3 years or whatnot, it was like, hey, well, that particular artist, when it came down to Nicki, it was like, I'm hearing something the next day, something I did the day before, and I hear like within 24 hours. Today, it was like within like with I could say within like 4 or 5 hours. She was just on her live, and I just checked that shit. That shit is crazy as hell. So this is what they supposed to do. I know people been trying to get me to rap, sing, or you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, dance or whatever the fuck. Dancing was mainly my main thing. That was my, you know what I'm saying, like that was my shit wholeheartedly. That was my thing. I would say I would definitely I would definitely say dancing was my thing. I hated singing. I hated rapping, but my only thing was that I'll do karaoke. I'll do karaoke more than anything, right? So that was my thing. Apart from that, and people actually thinking I'm an impersonator too at the same time, because you know, like although you have certain artists, they'll down somebody because you know it's just like, oh, that person ain't got shit. But like, bruh, do I even have a fucking choice right about now? I don't have, you know what I'm saying, like I don't have, because whatever my mother and your mother, I'm talking personally in the family, y'all, you know what I'm saying, like it goes deeper than what you actually think, right? So I'm talking like my mother made a deal, and she had to make a deal with Nikki or some shit like that. Nikki's mother, I should say, really, with Nikki's mother. And it's crazy how it's like when you find out shit when you get older, and you like, damn, like, bitch, I'm 44 out this motherfucker in real time. This shit crazy as hell. Like, it's not even supposed to be going down like this in the first place. So when you find out that your own mother sold you out, and it's just like, well, damn, you don't even have a choice. Like, what? Like, I don't have a choice. So I gotta pick something I don't really want to do. I hate singing. I like to dance. I can say I like it. I don't love it. I like it. Um, Rap, writing my own bars. I'm like, if you want me to write my own bars, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want me to write my own bars, then you should write that shit for me. If you want me to rap so bad, you want me to get in the fucking studio. It's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I listen, I sit there, I listen, and that's what the fuck that's just me. So that's just me. So I mean, you know, like it should never be, now that we have so much independency here, especially when it come down to YouTube channels, everything else, it's like, yo, everything else is open. It's not an excuse to sit up there and say, hey, the industry should subject you to so much abuse. The industry should sit up there and have the same ruling, the same policy, knowing that the independent's been here with YouTube. They have a YouTube channel along with other apps too, all at the same time, while everybody else is doing. It's like, how the fuck is anybody broken? Like, or even to say how, like, that's just what it is. They looking at everybody like, yo, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, we can get this person. It's not even that no more. It's so easy. They got everything to get into how much money they can sit up there and put forth towards anything. Is that part for me, and so many new policies, but they still with the old mindset. That's the thing that kills it for me, with the old ass mindset. And while they sit over there and they're like, yo, we could do this, like, bruh, like, you gotta update this shit along with the artists, because I know the artists see it too. The artists gotta see what the fuck going on. They have to see this shit. And for somebody like me to just be sitting up here and that shit just don't sit right with me, as many things that can be going on with music right about now. Nobody, it's like nobody's catching on to this shit, especially the people that was working in Hollywood, the fucking producers, you know what I'm saying, like the people that's in the film industry, the directors and things like that. And they so much new shit is coming out, and like, bro, you couldn't catch the idea how much you can sit up there and don't even have to be contracted along with a partnership, just to let you guys know, to be like, yo, listen, you know what I'm saying, like, this is the part that I want you to work on if you actually do this contract with me. Like, it could be so much more for everybody. Not even to be greedy. Like, the crazy thing about it is not even to be greedy. That's what's the crazy thing about it. There's no mindset to where it's like, oh, I gotta have more than you, and like, fuck having, number one, to have more than to have more than somebody. That's a lot of fucking responsibility. That's what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want all the money in the world. I want the money that's actually to me. There's a fucking difference. So it's that part. Like, there's no reason why. There's no reason why that people that have an actual YouTube channel or anything else that's on these apps and they make it less with all these people, and then it's just like, oh no, it's a shortage. Like, I'm gonna give y'all a great example, right? I'm gonna give y'all, and I'm gonna veer off the subject, but at the same time, it's gonna bring you up to speed and up to date on how I actually think of things and how I recognize how things can go. So how I'm seeing it, it's like, hey, you have crypto, right? We already know those stocks and bonds and shit like that. That's within what the fuck? Use that in the fucking co-op, right? Use that in the co-op. But all at the same time, if you have a system like that that works just like that, and everybody, it's like, yeah, no, we announcing how, you know what I'm saying, like, we use stocks. You're announcing how to use stocks. You're not making it mandatory to say, like, yo, you know what I'm saying, like, you have to have this shit or whatever. And on top of that, like, you could use, it's like a fucking big Ponzi scheme and shit. That's all that shit is. And I'm like, how the fuck? I'm not understanding how all these people, not only that's homeless, not only that's, you know what I'm saying, like, without, and they snuck there and they talked about, hey, you know, like, our real estate, we don't have nothing. You don't have nothing. These are fucking, like, you want to use the word American. You want to use the word Republican. You want to use all these fucking words that really don't matter while everybody just sitting up there, not only on the fucking street. This shit is fucking embarrassment for our land, period. For you not even to sit up there and say to yourself, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's pick this shit up. There's so many things that's actually being created. You got fucking Bitcoin. Use that for rent. Like, I mean, money technically really doesn't exist. It really don't exist. You got fucking Bitcoin. You want to sit up there and you want to, hey, how did that person die? Yeah, so they got homeless. How? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if paper is not going to exist in the future, what did that person die for from being homeless and they have health issues and all of that other shit? Make this shit make sense. I'm trying to figure this out, right? So while going along and I'm thinking about all of this shit, and for what I was already told, money really does not fucking exist. So it's like, okay, so y'all gonna get rid of paper. You're gonna get rid of paper. Now you're gonna make crypto. Technically, all you doing is just numbers. Now you fucking with the accountant, right? So if you're dealing with, if you're dealing with the accountant, right? And I don't give a fuck what language you talking about, because we already know all of this shit is made up into somebody's mind where it's like, oh, I just like to do numbers all day. That's all that shit has everything to do with. All we dealing with is somebody that likes to do numbers. You just giving them something to fucking do. I need to do something. I need to calculate. Oh, I need to do, I'm a mathematician. I just like to do fucking numbers. So while you doing that, and we have so many things that's up to date, and you dealing with AI likes to do numbers, right? So it's like, hey, now what do you do with the accountants or anybody else? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, you know, like, we gotta replace the accountants or whatever. Like, okay, you gotta sit up there and you gotta fucking get rid of the accountants. What do you think that the accountant's going to do? Because most, for what I work with, because I'm a, you know what I'm saying, like, I was a teacher's assistant. Because I was a teacher's assistant and shit like that, with autistic kids, most autistic kids, what people don't understand and what people don't know, What people don't understand and what people don't understand and what people don't know is that when it comes down to it, autistic kids, most of them they deal on a spectrum, mainly deal with math. They are the mathematicians. So now you got to find something for them to do, which would be what? Well, they're going to go into being an AI lab technician. They putting all these things together. So it's that part for me. So apart from that, for what I was talking about before, right? When it comes down to the music industry and how I'm involved in this shit because of my fucking family. And now it's like, oh no, now you got a choice. Now you have to make a choice. Either you got to be an impersonator, a lookalike, or whatever the fuck. Because, you know, like when I put a wig on and all this other shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, you resembling them. I'm the fucking original, but it's whatever. So now is that part. It's, I don't know, man. Like, this shit is crazy to me. I didn't experience, like, I didn't expect all of this shit to fucking happen. I didn't expect all of this shit. This shit is wild as fuck. For me to even break any of this shit down, to break, I didn't even think that an actual celebrity, musician, or artist, whatever the fuck, anybody that's in the industry that's contracted, I didn't think that they needed somebody to really go along and say, hey, you know, like, oh, let's act like, you know what I'm saying, they did that this day when it's really somebody else. Like, we just gonna go in the hood, or maybe we could just take their cousin, maybe we could just take their daughter or something, like their niece, whatever. Fucking son, nephew, whatever. It don't fucking matter who the fuck it is. A family member, period. It's just like, oh, you gotta sacrifice yourself. Like, AI is fucking here, man. It's like, I don't even be on some AI shit. I don't even be up there making my own memes and videos. As many things that a fucking artist could grab and be like, let's say that I did that right there. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is wild. Like, to actually just follow somebody through and through. It's so much creativity out there. It's wild as fuck. Ain't no reason why. Like, this shit is wild as fuck. It's a whole hell no for me. It is so much shit. It's like, no, we gotta go to the furthest extent and we gotta be greedy as fuck and take from the, like, bro, what do you take? Like, the operational system is right in your hand. That shit, why aren't you using it then at the same time? You got people that's in the hood that's using AI. You got motherfuckers that live in the burbs that's fucking using AI. And I know everybody's like, no, they not. You know what I'm saying? They getting evicted. It's not everybody that's getting evicted. It's not. Everybody is not dead ass. They really not getting fucking. Everybody's not getting evicted. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? There's certain people that's in the hood. They know how to use AI just like somebody in the suburbs and shit. Certain people in the suburbs, they getting kicked the fuck out. The residential areas, I'm not understanding. It's just like, I feel like that's a big fucking excuse to sit up there and say, hey. It's like a big excuse, and it's just like, hey, you know, we just gotta keep this shit rolling. The fuck you mean? Like, make this shit make sense. Make all of this shit make sense. Like, what you mean you gotta keep this shit rolling? No, you don't, man. Like, I swear you don't. I swear the fuck you don't. That shit wild as fuck. I'm not understanding. Make me understand, because I know I lost a lot of money. One, I know for a fact that I made so many people millions of dollars while they sat up there and fucking watched me on a fucking government program. If you type in, what is that? I typed in government, there's an entertainment division for the government, right? If you type in government entertainment division, they'll give you everything on the motherfucking lineup, and they'll tell you everything that they got going right there. And I'm like, oh, so this got to be a project. Because I'm already a targeted individual. I'm like, damn, I'm a targeted individual, and I'm like, I pay my taxes. How the fuck am I a targeted individual? Make this shit make sense. How the fuck am I a targeted and I'm like, damn, how the fuck am I a targeted individual? Make this shit like I'm really trying to figure this shit the fuck out. Like there's so many things, and maybe I'm not seeing it in a way where it's like, well, they're not as artistic as somebody that's in the, and it's like, you have people that's CEOs, you have people that's executives, and I've seen it for myself. I've seen it for myself. Like I've seen, like when I was in the shelter and shit, and I've seen them come in suit and all because they didn't want to spend no money. Mind y'all, executives are cheap as fuck. They don't want to sit up there and spend no money. And I think it also gives them a reminder from where they actually came from. Right? So I think it gives them a reminder from where they actually came from, where they're like, I'm on as well because, like I need some good ideas. And I feel like that's where because I mean, if you start, like, if you go back to the bottom, that's where your main ideas come from. That's where your main ideas come from. When you start, like, when you go back to the bottom just to visit and shit like that, you be like, damn, like we seen it in movies so many times. You know what I'm saying? Like the display and TV shows and shit like that. Even when you sit up there, you do an interview with somebody. I've obviously, you know what I'm saying, me preferably for myself, and me seeing anyone that actually came along and they just said, yo, listen, I came from the bottom. I reached such and such. They made this amount of money. They gained these type of titles, and they said they revisit. They revisit for what they actually was before, and it was like, oh shit. It's like that's what's up. Because I'm thinking, like, and I'm growing up into this. I'm a kid, hit teenager, hit my 20s. I'm seeing one, two, I'm like all sides right about now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've spoken to executives, I've spoken to CEOs. I even, you know what I mean? Like, I had them actually, the managers, the owners of companies, and they actually just pulled me to the motherfucking side. They was like, yo, I already know that you could do this. And when I like, don't get distracted. If y'all don't even think that CEOs go on the fucking in the parking lot and scrap and fight and shit like that, they do. They do. That's just something that obviously that's the side that they don't want you to see. If you seen our own government do it, if you seen other governments do it, and you see the flashing of, you know what I'm saying, the crazy wild shit that they be having going on, they be like, yo, they just got in the fight. They fight. They do. I don't care if it's hands on. And me, preferably, I like when they fight hands on too at the same time, because you know what I'm saying? The idea was, hey, long as y'all motherfuckers ain't blowing us up and we get what we want as citizens too all at the same time. And you might feel the same way. You might feel the same way because, like you in that country, wherever you at, or state, wherever you might be, you might feel the same way. I don't know. So my whole thing about it is like, I see shit like that and I'm like, damn, that's what's up. At least these people are actually standing up for what they believe in. Not only stand up for what they believe in, they see exactly, they don't forget that they come from the bottom. They don't forget that shit at all. It's just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go back there, but to revisit and to get fresh new ideas, because people might think, hey, oh, well, like, I came from the bottom. Like, you started from the bottom. Jeff Bezos know about that shit. What his name? Will Gates the third. I'm talking about Bill Gates, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, Will Gates know about William Gates. William Gates know about that shit too, all at the same time. So it's just that. It's like, all right. Like, it's the bottom. Nobody wants to be there, but that's exactly where, like, the ideas come from. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, all right, like, it's all in the same. That's what's up. Don't let the money make you. You make the money. That's how it's supposed to go. Okay. So on a side note from that, aside from that, how I'm looking at everything and how they make AI, how they got AI going, and I'm thinking Hollywood got like, because I know they got to move now because they burnt Texas and shit. I mean, burnt Texas, Hollywood. They burnt Hollywood down. I don't even think that's the guy that actually burnt Hollywood at the same time. But I feel like that, it make them think. I think it actually makes them think twice. But maybe, I don't know. Like, you never know because Hollywood is Hollywood. Hollywood is Hollyweird. Hollyweird is stuck the fuck up at all times. They don't think about anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and how they looking at things. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even consider the fact that they fucked everything up, especially when it comes down to contracts like that for what they holding. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hollywood is like a big ass archon. Archon. They're like a big ass archon and shit. They just waiting for you to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just wait, yeah. You can't perform no more. Yeah. Yeah, I know that you know what I'm saying? Like, like, like I can't perform them. Like, they perform. You got the performance that's actually performing. But all you know is that they need their motherfucking money. When I say that they took shit way too far, they took things with like all this shit could have been alleviated. I know people want to blame somebody. Remember, I'm not your scapegoat. I'm not a black sheep for you, okay? I'm not your scapegoat, and I'm definitely not your black sheep at all whatsoever. Because like I said before, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was on my other live earlier, and shit, it's kind of crazy how you look at things and you're like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom's was part of a cult. We know the music industry is a big cult. We know that shit. Like, why the fuck would I even sign a contract with the music industry, any sort, and I know exactly what it is? That doesn't make any sense to me. You got to make it make sense. So for me, this message is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can only say so much. I can only do so much. Like, for me, this is my comfort zone. This is partially my comfort zone, me being on YouTube or whatnot. And I know YouTube probably won't be like, nah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. I don't, like, this is for people who feel comfortable within their skin. Like, I don't have to feel like that I'm on at all times. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had that person come in earlier and I feel like that once I said that she was a barb, she pretty much left me the fuck alone. So it's that part. I'ma just say this, like unfortunately for me, especially when it come down to the music industry and my family, there were a lot of secrets, you know what I'm saying, that I wasn't expecting at all. It was like nothing but remember what I told you, I'm 44 and I got blocked like a month, like I got a bunch of ideas, right? Art is my shit. Also, I got a lot of things that I really want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I just, that's just me. A lot of people may not be able to say that. They're like, hey, my purpose is your purpose is my purpose, and it's just like, how the fuck is that? How is that even possible? Why do you think that? Why do you think so? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously it can't be that they got their own personal shit that they actually do. I mean, man, it's so many things that I could say that could be, like blown away when it comes down to the music industry or the film industry, to actually break that shit down on the things that they can actually do to you know what I'm saying, to actually profit. But you know what I'm saying, like they're not looking deep enough, and they looking at their contracts as harsh like they used to, like they're used to doing. And they don't even have to look at it as harsh as you know what I'm saying? It could be a lighter load, but in an industry dealing with Hollywood or the music industry is so, you know what I'm saying? Like they take shit too far. They take it to where it don't need to be. A lot of things could have been easier, but because the way that they was trained, the way that they was brainwashed, you know what I'm saying? Everybody down to the producers, to the directors, you know what I'm saying? Like the state, like anybody that was anybody. I know the writers actually got tired of that shit. You know, like to be to be critiqued and controlled like that. That's, you know, like that's crazy to me. To be critiqued and controlled like that, that's insanity. I mean, I'm just like, damn, like that's pretty fucked up. But it is what it is. Like it is what it is. Um, I feel like that. You know, because YouTube is here, because you have so many social media apps, and for what a lot of people don't understand them, they may not recognize they get the chance to be seen. They get the chance to be seen finally without somebody actually being a gatekeeper, being an archon and blocking them. They get this, you know what I'm saying? Like the gods, because like I said before, I believe in multiple gods. I do believe in multiple gods. And you know, like people that's in the hood where you say, oh yeah, no, they're the poor ones. But they're the ones with all of the ideas, so technically they really rich. You just got it to where you can actually, you know, the right people to, you know what I'm saying, sell their own shit and steal it from them. That's all that is. That's all that shit is like, yo, you could come up with something better. You know what I mean? And for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is wild. This shit is wild. Motherfuckers is crazy in real time, man. Like, this shit is crazy as hell. I like it don't even, it's not even supposed to go this way. As much easy shit that came in and was supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? We got an easier operation system over here. We got the easier operational system over here. That's lit. It's not even looked at as that. It's like, my days where I'm like, yo, AI is kind of fucked up. We don't want that. I'm looking at the part where it's taken too far compared to where, yo, this should have worked out for us. You know what I'm saying? So it's not I'm not even looking at the balance part. I'm looking at, yo, this shit could go all the way too far, because the first people I start thinking I'll take this shit too far is Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying, the corporations where they're already taking this shit too far already. So I'm like, damn, this shit ain't good. The other behalf was like, yo, I know AI is good. I know AI, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has its own thing where AI is good. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm like, damn, this shit could work out for all of us. They could fucking, you know what I'm saying, create these little robots, put this shit like they was trying to put in our phones. Like, okay, so the big idea was to actually put AI in our phones. No, that shouldn't have been the first option. The first option should have been, oh, our little gadgets, to see if people like it, test it out. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get this little gadget. They go in the store. Oh shit. Like, oh shit, I like how this shit work. I don't mind using it. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there an on and off button on it? That's what's up. Not, I'ma just push this shit in your face and be like, yo, you want fucking work? Like, what you mean? I gotta sit up there and gotta work with this shit. I like, it's mandatory to work with this. Like, what you mean is mandatory? I don't want to be mandatory to work with something like that, and knowing that it's in my device that I actually pay for. I'm paying for this shit out of my pocket. There's always supposed to be an option. There's always supposed to be an opt-out button. There's no reason why that nobody's no reason why that somebody is telling you that actually work a particular company like that in the first place, and they're telling you that you don't even deserve an opt-out button. It's just like, no, fuck you and your, you know what I'm saying, like, it fuck you and your rights. Nah. Hell nah. That's not what we want. I don't give a damn what, I don't care what spectrum and shit like that. Like, listen, you meet people, you meet people in life that kids wouldn't even want to be around. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like they'll come home and they'll dress down in they baggy ass clothes and shit like that, but they work for a whole corporation. And plenty of us do. And that's the crazy thing about it. Plenty of us work for a corporation and we sit up there and we dress up and shit like that. And I'm talking about even for people who say that's the fucking low level for when you get started. Well, the corporation had to sit up there and fucking make the lower, for what they say the lower tiers, meaning the people who actually does all the work in the first place. How you looking down at the people who actually makes your company and does all the work in the first place? Make this shit make sense, and you wonder why it's so much fucking employee retention. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to work for a fucking company and they not paying. They don't see where, oh my God, my business is building, but oh, look at them. And it's not like, yeah, look at them. You don't have a problem with how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they not making the money that they supposed to be making, but they know how to keep your company way past afloat. It's way past afloat. That shit is, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy as hell. Hell motherfucking no. Like, I know we all humans and shit like that. And most of the time, when I'm over there and when I actually met with CEOs, I'm working you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm working with executives or whoever else that's supposed to have a superior position, right? And they so fucking down to earth. I swear they down to earth as fuck. But nowadays they not, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they're coming and invading our country and shit like that. Like, for example, right? Damn, I'm veering off again. This is the second time. I gotta put this out there. There was a plane that hit recently, maybe like 3 or 4 days ago, or something like that. Like 3 or 4 days ago, they just finished hitting, right? And I was just like, damn, that's another invasion for another town, another city. What people don't understand and they don't realize all at the same time, I'm like, damn, like, y'all don't notice like how many planes that hit, and then it's just like, oh my God, like, this is an invasion right before Trump came in, and then after Trump came in too at the same time. Because remember, Biden he was in office before that. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, how the fuck y'all don't notice this shit? And then nobody's checking in. You don't got the FBI going out there checking on it. Like, I mean, do y'all? I'm not exactly sure. But that should have been the first thing along with everything else. You know what I'm saying? Because they're jumping out of parachutes and shit like that. It like, that shit is crazy. China done took over Maine. We got to fucking deal with that bullshit too at the same time. I mean, damn, like, the last 6 or 7 years been really fucked up. This shit been fucked up as a how, Sway? Make this shit make sense. How? Because I'm trying to figure out exactly how the fuck is your emergency plan, your emergency plan for your city, your emergency plan for your actual state, town, or what have you. It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Because I know most people will be like, well, we don't know about that part because they don't play that part in their actual town. They don't play that part. They really don't play that part in their actual town because they're not a part of not only risk emergency management. That's all risk emergency management. Some people just don't know about that shit at all whatsoever. That shit crazy as hell. So now they don't know about risk emergency management, and they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they need somebody to tell them, like, yo, what's going on? If they're not putting it on the news, and we know how the news media is too at the same time, they quick to report shit. You know, to burn it. But you ain't catch the motherfuckers with the parachutes down. It ain't no way that a plane is flying in the United States and y'all got a radar in the military. Because what I remember as a kid, what I remember was anything that hit in the United States, they always see that shit on radar. They have like They have that radar where they can actually determine there's a spot, a place to where they could fly low. Don't get me wrong, but that aerospace is supposed to determine automatically. They supposed to be able, that radar, whoever's working in the military ain't saying nothing when it come down to them fucking planes hitting. But I'm gonna revert back to what I was saying. I'm just letting y'all know. As a part of emergency management, that's exactly what our military was supposed to be doing in the first place. So it's like, yo, how do you have these people getting paid inside of the military, and that they're not even telling? How you not telling the Pentagon? How aren't you telling the fucking the white, anybody that's in the White House? How aren't you getting in contact with anybody with the fucking the plane actually hit in the first place? Make this shit make sense. It's like, you guys, y'all right? Like, I see that shit. Invasion, bitch. Like, you not see, like, make this shit make sense. It's a fucking invasion. You gotta be shitting me. So the next person can sit up there and say, the next time that they decide to fly a plane in the next state, in the next city, in the next town, whatever that might be, nobody making no calls like, yo, we see something on radar. Y'all seen the radar, y'all seen the UFOs on radar, but how the fuck you don't see the planes on radar? Make this shit make sense. I'm trying to figure this out. They have that they have that system. They have that, like, they have that system that they have the radar. It's only so they can act up. So my thing about it is, as they're sitting up there, the media is reporting, hey, the plane crashed. Sometimes they not saying who's on that plane, or sometimes, I didn't say all the time, sometimes they're not saying who's on that plane. Not only are they not saying who's on that plane, where are they from? Only thing, oh my God, the plane crashed. Okay, the plane crashed. Where the people at? Oh no, there's no people because they already parachuted off. Make it make sense. They already got the parachute. Like, they already, hey, we already jumped out the plane and shit like that. Where the people at? They're missing. Okay, they got, they created parachutes, right? I'm just saying. That shit is wild as fuck. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. That shit is crazy as fuck. Hell no. So, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Hell no. But going back to what I was originally saying, when it comes down to that impersonation, it's all about stealing your identity. That's what it's all about. It's all about stealing your identity. And you know what I'm saying? Like, they looking at the law firms. Most, I could say most people, I should say, when it comes down to Hollywood looking for their, well, for what they was doing before, because, that shit's shutting down. What Hollywood was doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they pick their actors, when they pick their actresses, even when it comes down to the music industry and they pick their people, you know what I'm saying? They pick them from their, it's like a talent scout. They pick them from their lowest low. They pick them from their lowest low. And it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, either they're homeless most of the time, like most people that's in Hollywood, that's an actor, actress on the music industry, they came from nothing. Some of them was homeless, or they just came from nothing. They came from the PJs. And that's what people forget. They forget where they come from. You know what I'm saying? That's where that shit originated from. I'm going on 55 minutes. That's where they originate from. So I know people are just like, yeah, no, like, they got all of that money. You have musicians that, like, they never lost their source. They never lost their touch. Like, and they say what they say, and they speak the way that they want to speak. But in the industry, you can't do that. This is not the industry. This is independent. This is YouTube. It's totally different. This is not scripted. Like, unless you want it scripted, you could create what you want. And this is what people fail to realize. This is what people tend to fucking forget. This is independent. I don't have to speak, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to speak all motherfucking proper. You listen to music that's not even proper. That's the crazy thing about it. It's a bunch of music on here. And people, when you try to do your podcast, you're trying to do a podcast thing, you got to speak proper. You listen to music that's not proper. What the fuck is the difference? Make this shit make sense. I like to make this shit interesting. I like to make this shit real interesting, because it's like, make it make sense when you listen to music. You listen to rap, you listen to rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, you listen to shit that's like, you get in your emotions, you get in your feelings. I'm giving you something that you can actually get into your feelings, give you some type of, like some type of thought to it at the same time with my real raw emotions. This is independent. Like I said, I didn't sign a contract to be in the industry. YouTube is independent. This is the best thing in the world, because if something actually happened to you, at least if you don't have any type of family that don't fuck with you at all whatsoever, at least you know that you got some type of supporters. At least you know that you have some type of fans that, what I'm saying, regardless of the fact if it's a lot or a little, it don't fucking matter. At least you know that, somebody really fuck with you. That's just what it is. So for me, this shit is wild as fuck. It's a whole hell nah. It's a whole hell nah. I'm about to get off my live, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. So, in that part, it's funny shit that happens that you don't really expect to happen. You know what I'm saying? I know what people are really I know people really expecting, like what music is really supposed to be. And it is really supposed to be something to where I know people are expecting something different. It's really supposed to be where it's like, hey, I need to really think about, like how I could, like be better in this music. Oh, it's supposed to be dissing all the time. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. I'm not a Cardi fan. I'm not a Cardi B fan, and I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan. I'm not a fan of anybody in the industry. Don't get me wrong. I like independence, right? Remy Ma is a definite favorite of mine. I like Glorilla. But all at the same time, like I said before, I like independent artists. I know that they're being creative, and I know they don't have to sit up there and worry about anybody that's or try to force anybody to be something that they not, or trying to steal something from somebody. You know what I mean? Like steal their intellectual property and all of that. Don't have to worry about that shit at all. And this is exactly what I was talking about too, all at the same time. Like this shit is crazy. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . This shit is crazy as hell. They wanted to sit up there and keep me hidden like forever. This is not what my gods is asking for. This is not what my, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not what my gods is asking for. This is not what my ancestors is asking for either, all at the same time. They not doing that. Like, they not doing that. I definitely appreciate y'all coming on my live. I got mixed up in some shit that I didn't want to be mixed up in. I didn't realize how much I can't even say value. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that is undervalued. And I know people expecting me to look a certain way, like certain artists or whatnot, all at the same time. For whatever reason, somebody is supposed to die for these, you know what I'm saying, artists in the industry. I don't know what the fuck for. I don't know why. Like, I don't get it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a female, but I thought it was just, you know, it's just like, hey, we playing tethers and shit like that and clones and whatnot. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe in giving archons power. And I feel like most of the females are archons. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are. That's just what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? And I've been played for too fucking long where it's like, hey, you know, people are telling me, oh, you gotta be a fan of Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. I don't like the both of them bitches. I don't have to. That's not my responsibility. If you feel obligated, you feel obligated too. I'm sure they have a bunch of people that's behind there. And they're like, hey, behind them. And they're like, hey, no, I support you. I'll look like you. Yeah, no, I'll die for you. All right, so go and die for that motherfucker because I'm not doing that shit. Like, they already got money. Let them figure that shit out. I'm not willing to be on Cardi B's life insurance policy when I, you know what I'm saying, because she can't get the motherfucking advance money. I'm not willing to be on Nicki Minaj's. I'm not willing to be on anybody's, period. Because they can't sit up there and make that fucking advance money. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, your shit flop. Don't look at me. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. Oh, we gotta pull energy from you. We gotta get a song. Bitch, you're not even paying me. Make it make sense. You're not fucking paying me. That's exactly what they're fucking doing. They steal people energy because they're tethers. Once they get their fucking energy, they don't fucking, and they don't fucking know you. That's just what the fuck it is. I am not a part of your quantum computer like the Black Mirror episode season 6 episode 1. I'm not a part. I don't want to be a part. How the fuck do I even, I'm trying to figure out exactly how the fuck do I even get away from that? How do I opt out of that quantum computer? Because I really want to opt out of that quantum computer. Dead ass. Like, it's a whole CGI. I want to opt out of that shit. That shit need to be broken like Black Mirror season 6 episode 1. I know people like to control. Oh no, but you know, like, you don't talk proper. Get the fuck off my channel. What you here for? Like, make this shit make sense. It's so many people, you know what I'm saying, that really, hey, they want to tune in. But now I got gatekeepers. It's, oh no, because you don't like, bitch, I don't have to sound apart for shit. You can sit up there and you can post Cardi B music. You can sit up there and post Nicki Minaj. Oh, because why? Because they was in the industry. As I speak, I'm not even talking about selling ass. I'm not talking about, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even saying dick, pussy, all this other crazy wild shit. But it's just like, oh no, you don't speak from, nobody asks you. Motherfuckers got fans. You got fans. YouTube is not even supposed to be doing shit like that in the first place. You sit up there and you holding them? That's wild as fuck. As much as people like to see something raw and fucking real, and then you got people who like to see shit that's fucking fake. You got so many people that goes on these fucking platforms, social media, And it's crazy how it's like, oh, you know, I started from the bottom and things like that nature, whatever. I have the right to feel comfortable. I've done enough for my city when I was in New York. I've done enough for my motherfucking country. I have people fucking cloning my ass, trying to, like, motherfuckers just took my goddamn benefits too, all at the same time. I've done enough for my city. I protected a lot of people. I saved a lot of fucking kids. And you worry about my fucking vernacular? Fuck out of here. That shit crazy as hell. And this is the reason why I don't want to do shit for anybody. Because it's just like, oh no, you can't. Like, fuck you in your speech, in your motherfucking lingo. That's one. Number two, for you to even try to tell me how to fucking speak. I've done a lot. Just because I don't look like the type, you don't look like the type either. Because I've never seen a fucking, I'm going to tell you right now, regardless of the fact, if you see somebody that's work corporate or in an executive position and whatever, the only thing that they're going to do is sit up there and fucking come out their pocket with cash. If you see them do that shit, because nowadays they won't. You won't see a motherfucker with a suit on fucking help somebody with a baby carriage and shit like that. They look at you, all these motherfuckers that's laying on the street, and you worried about somebody fucking vernacular and how the fuck they speak. Fuck you. That's dead ass. Worry about the right shit, because y'all worry about the wrong shit. No, this is not for kids. If that's the case, the only part that is for kids is for y'all to sit up there and show them the right way and say, yo, all right, bet. You see that person fucked up, I'm sure that shit is going to pay it for it. When that shit pay it for it for what a lot has paid it for it towards me, it's like, oh my God, how did she get that? Because I pretty much looked out for people. Just because somebody vernacular might be a little bit for what people, oh my God, that's hostile aggressive. You're being hostile aggressive to me. I'm just doing what you're doing to me. I'm mirroring your fucking energy. That shit is wild as fuck. But anyway, listen, like I said before, I never had a contract in the music industry at all whatsoever. In the film industry, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from Queensbridge originally. My favorite color is aquamarine out this bitch. Favorite color is aquamarine. Shit. Never been a part of the music industry or the film industry at all whatsoever. I'm single as fuck. I've never been married a day in my life. My son got killed because of the music industry. Because of the fucking industry, period. It's a lot more behind that. It's a lot more. But that's what I'm going to say for now. I'm Miss Uncut. Hopefully y'all see this shit. And hopefully it get fucking loaded. Because, you know, like, I mean, listen. I know not doing what they want me to do and shit like that, the way that they want me to do it, it don't suffice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't talk like people that's in the industry. I talk the way that I want to talk. I don't want to follow them. I like being me. I'm an individual. I'm an independent. I've been paying my own bills for like the longest. And if I need somebody to assist me and shit like that, like I said before, somebody just sat up there and took out of my motherfucking account and shit like that, is that part. So
feeling like it's so easy. Like I remember in every one of y'all is going to love.
It's crazy how I gotta sit up there and I gotta act like I like somebody. I'm not in the industry to like anybody because I'm not in the industry. I don't have to like anybody.
That's right.
So it's that part for me. So listen, just to let y'all know, I don't have to like anybody. That's not my job. I'm not obligated. I'm not contracted to. I'm independent. So just to let y'all know, save that shit for the Nicki Minaj's that's contracted. Save that shit for the Cardi B's that's contracted. Please do not come for me and, oh, I ain't got to do shit. I don't gotta do nothing. Only thing I gotta do is just keep my promises for what I said and keep my word. I've been waiting to get on YouTube for like the longest and sit up there and say what I needed to say and tell part of my story and then keep it fucking pushing and create my channel exactly the way I need to create it. Hey, you don't like it, you don't have to watch. There's plenty of many channels, but all I'm saying is don't stop my bag because Nicki Minaj was one of those people, which is my cousin. Unfortunately for me, along with other people that's in the fucking industry that has stopped my motherfucking bag just because who I am. But I'm sure if I was like, if I had an industry contract, y'all motherfuckers would have been like, oh my god, yeah, look, of course that shit would have been hype. I'm not on payola.
Who is that?
I'm not on payola. So I know people, no, like, like, bitch, I'm gonna die anyway. What the fuck is the difference? What the fuck is the difference right about now? Like, really though, what's the difference? I've seen so many people in the industry that actually sign these contracts, and even the ones that try to go independent, and they're just like, yo, this shit was fucked. Well, like, what's the difference? You gotta chase down your money when you in the industry. Make it make sense. I'm trying to figure this out. So now I gotta sit up there and I gotta run behind somebody that been running behind me. And my cousin is a fan of mine, a fan of my work, and every single thing that she tried to say, like she sat up there and she learned what? She learned every single voice that she's doing right now, and y'all see her trying to perfect her fucking voice and shit like that. And I'm not saying that people don't do parties. I'm not saying that, but everything that I have done back to back, and I'm like, yo, why? I'm like, I just did that yesterday. The shit is wild. All I gotta say is, if you having any issues and you trying to figure out why you can't get anything started or off the ground, anything like that, you might have a celebrity on your ass. You might have a musician on your ass. You just might have an artist on your ass. You just might. Just to let you guys know, you might be a cousin to one of these artists, or they just might take a liking to you and they be like, you know what, I'm gonna put this motherfucker on my death clause contract and shit like that within the industry. And you may not even fucking know it, and you be like, why the fuck am I being targeted? I'm just saying, hey, listen, it happened to me, so I know I'm not the only one that it happened to, but I'm a survivor behind that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how long this shit, I don't know who told her that I'm down for it. I don't know who told her that I was actually getting paid for this shit. I wasn't getting paid to be an impersonator. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's a lot of sneaky shit that was going on all at the same time. But she know, and if you listen to one of her clips that she got going on right motherfucking now. Today is the 14th of October. Nicki talking about she's leaving me, she's quitting music and shit like that or whatever. Cause when I got my YouTube channel, I ain't gonna hold y'all. The day that I got my YouTube channel was the day that her and Cardi B was going super hard. That's when I had my chocolate wig. Cardi B had the same chocolate wig too at the same time. And I understand most people like, oh my God, who would admire you? There's a lot of people that's admired in the hood, which you never even know. There's a lot of strong women that's in the hood, that's in the PJs, and they're admired by people who got more money than them. You can never count somebody out like that just because you deem them as, oh, they ain't got shit, this, that. All right, so they still looked upon like, damn, that's a strong woman. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with that. I definitely respect that. How can you not respect something that's being built from the bottom where everybody else was coming from the bottom too? Make it make sense. Whoever it is. So like I said before, I miss Uncut. I'm definitely an aquamarine girl. I love aquamarine. It's my favorite color. I'm from Queensbridge Projects. I might have lived with my aunt in the South Side, but I'm originally from Queensbridge Projects. Nicki Minaj is from South Side. She like my aunt, she lived in South Ozone near Rockaway Boulevard. Cardi B is from the Bronx. My father was from the Bronx. I lived in the Bronx for 1 year and that was it. And that was back in 2003. Cardi B is originally from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? So now they got to actually make music now. Now they got to actually make music. You know what I'm saying? Now there's no excuse. Cardi B came out with her album. You know what I'm saying? Like she came out with her music and they was waiting for Nicki. And that's just what the fuck it is. And everybody else, hopefully, you know, after this shit is said and done and she's the fuck out of here, now we start seeing female artists coming out again. I would love to see it in every genre of music, not just ratchet, not just, you know what I'm saying, not just ratchet music. Hopefully we get a variety of things, actual songs and shit like that. I did a whole thing about Halloween and I did the whole matchup of who I think who is, you know what I'm saying, like from Remy to Little Kim. Damn. And it's, yeah, that was a beautiful thing. So, and that was on my other live on Buzzcast. So hopefully you guys see this shit. And if you don't, it is what it is. But you know it's there and it's always going to be there. It's whatever. I appreciate y'all for joining my live. Or even if say not watching it right now, maybe be watching this shit in the future. This is Miss Uncut. Much love. I appreciate it. I'll be coming up with more content.